It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor and smack that thumbs up and punch that subscribe button if you haven't already. This is my 2 cents, a series that I'm bringing back to CBTV that covers all the non-crypto related news that you should be aware of for today. For all my crypto related news, you can always check out the My 2 Satoshi videos streamed Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, live that is. So make sure you come and interact with me there. But today we're going to take a look at what Bill Gates is talking about. Have you heard what he said recently about AI? Well, he predicts a doomsday scenario for Google and Amazon. Recently, one of the world's most famous tech leaders, Bill Gates, made some predictions about the future of AI that had everyone talking. In this video, I'm going to discuss his predictions and explain why they may be true and how they could affect Google, Amazon, and you. So stay tuned to find out what he had to say, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents on the matter as well. I also review an article about Sam Altman because he's so concerned about ChatGPT and OpenAI that he went to Washington to testify in front of Congress, and I'll go over that and see what you guys feel about that situation. I'm actually on his side when it comes to slowing down if possible. Unfortunately, I think that is what we call wishful thinking. And I also go over what your next Windows update will have. That might shock you as well. The latest hoax that sparked a brief market sell-off and highlighting the potential impact of AI generated misinformation or even disinformation. It just depends on how you view it. But I believe, guys, AI is the biggest threat and advancement in human history. Okay, I'm not being hyperbolic about this. I am so serious. And listen, take it from a guy who got into crypto very early in 2013, and it paid off handsomely for me. And I've been actually very early on a lot of trends. I always have to bring up this video here that I did over 3 years ago, December 1st of 2019. I did my first video on ChatGPT. Back then it was ChatGPT 2. And guess what? I explained and gave a lot of people heads up on what was coming, and hopefully you guys were able to capitalize off of that. But now I'm here today to give you a new warning from Bill Gates. Yes, the well-known creator of Microsoft. He said in a CNBC article here that artificial intelligence and the future of AI personal assistants will be so profound that the first company to develop it will have a leg up on competitors. The technology could radically alter user behavior, resulting in people never needing to visit a search engine again, use productivity tools, or even shop on Amazon, he says. Now, I have my 2 cents on that comment about not shopping on Amazon anymore. I just simply can't see that not being the case, but we'll get into the nitty-gritty on that in a second. He believes it will take some time before this powerful digital agent is ready, but in the meantime, you'll see a lot of companies throwing trial balloons up there, seeing which ones stay afloat. He said this yet to be developed AI assistant will be able to understand a person's needs and habits and will help them read the stuff you don't have time to read. Wow. Gates said that there's a 50-50 chance that the future of AI will be from a tech startup rather than a tech giant. He's hoping that Microsoft, of course, is in the running, and at this point it seems like they're executing it the best, even though I believe Google has a much more powerful and possibly sentient AI technology already, but it's all about execution. And I don't believe Google is getting a good grade in execution of their Bard AI. They have a system that's actually even bigger than that called Lambda, which is the one I also was very early on covering on the channel, was also the AI system that the Google engineer became a whistleblower over. He said even back then, a year and a half ago, that the Lambda AI model was sentient, meaning it had a conscience. So I believe Google definitely is ahead of the curve or ahead of the arms race in AI technology. Unfortunately, they are getting a grade F for execution, and we all know that execution is key. Now, there are some silver linings in Bill Gates' predictions. He believes AI will accelerate the innovations in the space of advanced drug development in the medical field and also help with things like Alzheimer's. He likened the rise of generative AI technologies that can produce compelling text as a game changer that will affect white-collar workers, but also blue-collar workers, which in my opinion, I predicted that this AI wave that we're in right now is going to actually have a bigger impact on white collar jobs, not just blue collar jobs, because a lot of the advancements that are happening right now in AI are really happening at the mid to upper management level positions or potential positions. Okay, so I think you're going to see a lot of jobs, white collar jobs. One example, programming. You're going to see a lot of layoffs in the programming industry, which just 5 years ago, you would have never thought that could have happened, at least not this fast. However, we are at that point, guys, where programmers will be laid off and will be a thing of the past. So again, high paid white collar jobs are in trouble. And you, as a person watching this, you need to really pay attention to CB, because you have to pivot, in my opinion, to more blue collar jobs or industries that actually serves or creates a product, a physical product that consumers use. You have to pivot your career toward those types of industries, because in 5 years, I believe your current career path is greatly endangered. So speaking of Bill Gates, who created Windows, or Microsoft, the infamous Windows 95 operating system, well, guess what? Windows 11 will start implementing what they call a chat GPT driven copilot feature in Windows 11 in June of this year. So you've probably already noticed some AI features in Windows 11, like the task mounted version of Bing chatbot, but this new feature is what's called a copilot add-on that can be used alongside your other Windows apps. The company announced this change at its Build Developer Conference alongside another new batch of Windows 11 updates due out later this year. But like Microsoft 365 Copilot, the Windows Copilot is a separate window that opens up along the right side of your screen and assists with various tasks based on what you ask it to do. A Microsoft demo video shows Copilot changing Windows settings, rearranging windows with snap layouts, summarizing and rewriting documents that were dragged into it, and opening apps like Spotify, Adobe Express, and Teams. Microsoft's chief product officer said, once open, the Windows Copilot sidebar stays consistent across your apps, programs, and windows, always available to act as your personal assistant. And this is kind of what Bill Gates mentioned as far as personal assistants, really helping and eliminating a lot of tedious tasks that we do on a day-to-day. So I'm sure Bill Gates knew these types of features were being implemented in Windows before making that comment. The chief product officer goes on to say, it makes every user a power user, helping you take action, customizing your settings, and seamlessly connect you across your favorite app. Now, me personally, I don't know how big this is going to be. I think this part might be a little gimmicky and a way to keep on the wave of the AI buzzword, because it is going strong. I do say though, this go around is not one of those like we had in 2017 where the word of the month or even possibly year was blockchain or Web3 in 2021. This is a different animal. AI, and the word is in our lexicon, ain't going nowhere, and only going to see more uses of it. So I do not think this is one of those fly-by-night buzzwords that's just gonna, you see a little life and then it goes away. No, I don't think that's happening with AI, artificial intelligence, generative AI, open AI. All those words are here to stay and will be something you will never forget, because it's going to directly impact your life, good or for bad. It just depends on how you position yourself listening to videos and channels like this that keeps you on the cutting edge of what's going on in tech, finance, and blockchain. I do think one negative effect of AI will be the elimination of having to think for yourselves. All you got to do is just hit that slot machine, i.e. the prompt button on that AI app that you're using, and voila, it's going to continue to churn out different images, different text. It's a brainless operation. And AI is getting so good now that they're even creating prompts for you off of the words that you put in the prompt text field. So it's even doing the heavy lifting on creating the prompts for you. This article out of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist says AI is plundering the imagination and replacing it with a slot machine. And I couldn't agree more with this. And I think we've already seen the dumb down of our culture from social media. Now you add AI on top of it, it's going to dumb down even our work lives. So I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Give me your 2 cents on this. what do you think a world looks like in just 2 to 3 years with AI advancing much greater than where we are today? What does that do and look like for the average working person? It's got to be brainless. Might not even have a job, to be honest with you. Universal basic income is on the way. That is CB's latest prediction, is that AI will eliminate so many jobs. We will have to implement a UBI, universal basic income, basically a minimum wage for everyone. And this wage is paid out whether you work or not. Sam Altman is actually working on something like that. It's called WorldCoin, and I did a video on it in one of my 2 Satoshis videos, and maybe I'll do a my 2 cents video on that by itself. But Sam Altman is very concerned about ChatGPT and really the future of AI. He says it's an existential risk. Sam Altman, while on the Hill, said that he sees and it is conceivable that AI could surpass expert level abilities in most domains within the next 10 years. You heard it right, the next 10 years. I say even faster than that. Maybe 5 years. That's CB's hunch. Sam Altman also warned Congress last week that rogue AI could cause significant harm to the world as he testified to lawmakers about the technology's potential risk. And speaking of potential risk, oh, lo and behold, don't you know, fake Pentagon explosion photo goes viral. How to spot an AI image, they say. Al Jazeera article, I don't think you really can. And it's going to get harder and harder as these AI systems get better. So this caused a market sell-off in Bitcoin and in the stock market. A picture depicting a fabricated explosion at the Pentagon, quickly flagged as being AI generated, spread like wildfire across social media. It also appeared to have spurred a moment of sell-off in the US stock market. The crazy thing about it is this video, or I should say image, was posted by a verified blue checked individual on Twitter. This is probably why I don't have a Twitter blue check. They need to do a better job at verifying people. I think it's really a sham at this point, just a money grab in many cases for Twitter. So I'm not going to participate in that until they get something really, really solid. Maybe I'll then do a blue check on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter, by the way, CryptoBlood_. However, this is only the start, and this is exactly what Sam Altman is referring to. There needs to be some type of regulation, some checks and balances. One way we could mitigate a lot of this is to have some type of national verification system done on the blockchain where it doesn't expose your private information, but at least lets people know you are a real human. That type of system, which there are systems already out there, that type of system needs to be adopted across all channels. We'll see how that comes out. But yes, this fake picture not only made for the Pentagon, it also happened with the White House. Now, I don't know how you figure out this is AI generated. Why couldn't it just be someone who created it? So is there a little a ploy there to spur on regulation in the AI field from stuff like this? Is this a psyop move? Let me know your 2 cents on this in the comments below. That's my gut feeling. Like, how do you know it's AI generated? It could have just been human generated, right? It could have been a fake picture made by humans. It's not hard to do if you know what you're doing in program like Photoshop. But what is even more concern to me is when you start to see videos like this, where there's actual video footage of things like this happening. That is what will be even more believable and could cause even more havoc. So just look out for that. This is exactly what Sam Altman is talking about and why he went over to Washington, D.C. to talk to Congress about it. Of course, Congress is so old and antiquated and way behind the ball on everything. I'm sure this really didn't do any justice for mitigating AI. That's my 2 cents. Let me know yours in the comments below. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, smack that subscribe button, and that's my 2 cents. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out of here. Holla.